Oh no, we are on the right one. Cool.
Oh, Piglet.
Owl doesn't know shit.
He doesn't need to know, Piglet.
Oh my goodness. I did not see chat was going already. Hello everybody.
You've
the
missed
world
these
at
two
about half.
destroying our childhood in the best way with Piglet.
28.
accents.
Yeah, that's true. 28 months. Holy crap, Taco. Taco. Tegan.
Woo!
It's good. Donkey.
Donkey.
Oh, that was great. You're in a... Okay. Here we are. We're ready to roll, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It's to be TBD'd.
Oh wait.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh no, my chair is rotating.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we rotate. Anyway.
No,
Here
I
we
don't think
are.
we're supposed to. My chair was just like.
Okay. It was just this is how the rescuers
You
say
can
hello.
do whatever. It's just that your hands need to stay at exactly the same height as everything else.
And I'm like still there we go. Now I'm like right in the center. I had to like get in the center of the thing. Okay. Welcome to the rescuers and what could be a very
The last episode when we all died.
yeah, I mean that's the that's
could
the
be any
case.
episode,
Like,
though.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
All it takes is one.
It's good to acknowledge that is always a possibility.
all it
Again,
takes.
I'm gonna say, oh, you're in. Okay, bye.
Nah,
Closes
bye.
door.
Mhm.
Locks.
All it takes
Throughout
is
this
one.
whole time. Welcome to my heel turn.
All it takes is one errant piano or
All
anvil.
because
That's
I vaguely threatened the family.
vaguely.
Fuck
I
with the
don't know.
family.
I feel like it was a little
Family.
more than vaguely.
For that,
but-
you get a cask of Amontillado.
And so do your two friends.
Yeah, they suffer for you.
all of them. They all.
Maybe next
suffer.
time you'll think about what you've done.
Maybe, probably not though. All right. Announcements.
Pop out of the ground behind you.
Boo. Tomorrow. Not to be
Tomorrow's
confused
gonna
with.
be epic.
Not to be confused with Abu from Aladdin. That's a different Abu. I don't know where my words were going with that. But yes, tomorrow we have the season finale? Series finale? Question mark?
Be a long season.
It has been. That's what 4-year running season. 216 episodes?
Nope.
the-
Tomorrow will be
217.
219.
219?
I told Iskra you need one
Jesus.
final epilogue because ending on 220 feels a lot better than ending on 219. Just saying. Aaron.
Or 220 is our
No,
Lord
tomorrow's
Dumpling.
219. Oh,
Right, I
Lord
know, it's like
Dumplings.
Lord
Yeah,
Dumplings.
that's fine. That's fine. I approve.
Game of Santos 220. And on that Lord Dumpling, see what other little tidbits that we don't cover tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting. The Rescuers greeting dance is marvelous. It is. Oh yeah, this is our
This is
song.
the theme.
This is the
national
song.
anthem.
That's right. I forgot. My bad. Here we are. So yeah, as far as announcement wise, I think that's what we got. As of right now, May 27th, tune in to Top Down Tabletop for a rehash of Star Wars 5e, where I play the lovable, well, I don't know if he's really that lovable, the droid 2319. And we have some special guests from across the Twitch universe, as we are joined by Bards of New York, Top Down Tabletop, Marquee Gaming, I want to say. I think Pip is from Marquee Gaming.
Pip is from Marquee Gaming.
Oh, look at that. There's a Hannah.
My love.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I speak of the devil and I summoned her. I was just talking about you, Hannah. I was saying that the 23rd. Yeah, Pip. Okay, Pip is from Marquee Gaming. So, yeah, gonna be playing some Star Wars. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. My ears were burning? Question mark. I hope that you have some fire retardant to put them out. I don't think that I don't have really anything else. Anything this week for y'all? No.
No, Clickety Clacky's on a break for a few weeks while Ben goes and does his show.
Okay.
Also,
Then-
there's nothing this week then.
Yeah, so stay tuned for some other announcements later in the month. We will have some things popping up for the summertime. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, let's get into tonight's episode of Rescuers, because that's what we're here for, is to play some freaking D&D and stuff. And I'm just going to be talking with my hands the whole time in this teeny tiny. I don't know why our box is so small, but now I feel like I don't have this much space. I have this much space.
This is perfect intro music.
For all of that, it is. It rambles about as much as I do. Here we go. Welcome to Kalimshan, friends. A land of wealth, magic, wonder, and of course, plenty of danger. Right now. And here we are. Okay. Last time on Game of Santa. Oh no, what? My internet is unstable? Why would you tell me these things?
Yeah, what was that? Oh, that was-
No, you're fine. You're still on the. You're still
Yeah.
on the streaming.
I know, and this thing over here says it's green, but it just decided to tell me, I guess. So, such is life.
Keep
I
you on
guess.
your toes.
Yeah, exactly. Just make me paranoid, why don't you? Jeez, computer. The literal, also rescuers. Okay. Let's.
awfully boss-like music already.
I know, right? I know,
Roll
right?
for initiative.
Last. Oh.
Hold on, sorry, I'm gonna get some light on.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's
Oh.
dark down here.
I said Game of Santos. I don't remember. Oh,
No, you put it in Isker's credit. You put like Isker from Game of Santos.
she is. Oh, but that's why. I
That's
put
what they're
that on.
discussing.
Ah, also rescuers. Yes, but you know what I mean. Okay. Last we left off on the rescuers call Azul. I don't know who this voice is, but here we go.
The Ford truck commercial.
It's Zool. That is the voice of Zool.
with Zool.
This tough.
Build them.
demons just don't get summoned like they ought to. Go with Zool.
Oh my god. Yes. The rescuers, Martel and Sybil, have come to Kalimport looking for one of their missing masters, a Gaius Delwyn, someone who had kind of been on the fringes of the Knights of the Weave for a while. And recently, with the call to arms that has been sent out among the Order, Martel and Sybil have been tasked to come and find him. Along the way, they have met the lovely Shaudir and the mysterious Naja, although both of those terms can be interchanged, as both of them are rather lovely and also rather mysterious. Yeah. Look at me, mysterious and cute. Zool voice, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I'll tell you what, brother.
Oh no!
It's coming at midnight. The other one.
This is gonna be a great night, I can tell. You have found a few secrets here in Calimport. Mostly that it seems to be on the verge of a change of some sort, as the Undercity of Calimport has been not quite quarantined, but is kind of a off-limits kind of place for most of those who keep to the surface, as the surface is currently under the careful watch of the Cult of the Dragon. That being said, various clues have pointed to the fact that Master Gaius Delwyn has been engaged with activity that seems rather abyssal in nature. Things have been leading to, or things have been pointing to, a recent cult that has moved into the city, a Brotherhood of Zool. The opposite side of the coin from the Sisterhood of Demos, friends or allies that have come up rather recently, both within the Rescuers universe and Game of Santos. That being said, a few interviews with some of the locals have led them to decide to go and venture into the Undercity, where ties to all members of this current group seem to be faded and woven together. Now following a fire genasi by the name of Naeli, you are being led into the Undercity beneath the metropolis that is Calimport. As I had known, I had forgotten to do something. Bringing up all of my sound bites is what I had forgotten to do. But the trek down beneath the city. Are any of you guys particularly strong with survival? Or direction, I guess, is like knowing.
I had a +4.
I have a -1.
I've got a +4.
Okay, Martel and Naja, make survival checks for me, if you would be so kind.
15.
18.
Okay. Well, 15 was the DC for this particular thing. You guys had entered into the Undercity via the Hammer Ward, the far northeastern quadrant of the city. This path, if your senses don't deceive you, is leading you not only down, but westward. Let's see here.
Whenever anyone thinks that we need to start being extra stealthy, let me know.
So
Because it
I
can
would
only
think
last for an hour.
maybe back towards the Kanduk Ward.
Not
Not quite that far westward yet.
Southwestward.
To the Quill Ward?
Somewhere in that general vicinity. Somewhere either between the Quill Ward or the Grand Ward is where you're kind of feeling this taking you.
And Martel never told me about Hathor, did he?
No. He's good at keeping some secrets.
Just not his name.
It's too hard.
You get to a point where you are, as you're going down, it starts to level out, and you're still in a relatively closed tunnel. It kind of opens up a little bit. This still gives you the vibe of you're following this like secret path that is cut into the sandstone.
Nayeli's still leading us down.
She is currently in her mystique form of just this, her body looking like coal, and gives off not only a little bit of warmth, but also the light in the tunnels. She acts as a torch in the darkness. Having reached this lower section, you feel that the ceiling starts to go down a little bit into where you're kind of having to scrunch a little bit. And at that point, Nayeli stops, and this space is now a little larger and wider. It's almost like not quite like a room, but it's almost like the tunnel opened up enough to become a room. And then there is a squat section that's probably about 3 feet off the ground that you can see is like that ends in the wall, and there's like a 3-foot space, and it goes further down. All right, this is where I'm going to stop for now. Just beyond this section, you will see where you need to go upwards. You're going to be out in the relative open, so once you reach the doorway, take caution when you exit. I will wait here for at least a few hours, and then I'm going back. I trust that if you decide to stay longer, you will find your way to where you need to go once you've reached the surface.
Thank you. Do you think that around here is the point to be stealthy?
You are going to be in the Undercity, so...
Well, as opposed to later, I mean.
I suppose that depends on if you wish to be seen or not.
All right. Shaldir is going to... what you missed, Naja, is that Nayeli is going to stop and wait here for a few hours. But we are going on without her. I'll cast a Pass Without a Trace spell from being a Earth Genasi.
Martel, you're human, right?
Yeah.
I will pull out my sword and I will cast light on it.
Thanks, mate. Let me see if I...
Yes, who struggles in the dark?
It's probably just me. But let me see if there's something I can do about that, too.
I mean, I don't have perfect vision, but it's a little bit more suited for the dark.
If I've got light casted, you should be fine.
Yeah. I can also do dark vision in a pinch, but this is definitely a better use of resources.
Okay. She, Oh, Galil, you just never cease to amaze.
What a scamp.
What a scoundrel. Gesturing to the little crawl space. Nayeli.
I will bounce Nayeli.
She nods in return. And you guys proceed. The crawl space is literally that. For about 6 feet, you guys have to kind of...
Nasha definitely knows. Can you remind me one more time what we're looking for down here? It's been a long week.
It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
There's not necessarily
we're trying to
direct
find
goal. Other than
Who... Info for Rishi on who we're dealing with.
yes. Oh, that's right. Specifically,
Yeah.
the agreement that I apparently made. Some people are down here. Let me see if I recall.
Your dad is one of them.
Well, yes, absolutely that. My father Pradir might be down here. There's Zool, cult things going on down here. But
He's not down here.
in terms of personal goals, while we are there, bring back any information that may be relevant or necessary for those who've been stolen down here. Rishi wants to know specifically who he is dealing with in terms of the cult.
Okay. So, I'll wait till Naja gets back.
Yes.
It's fine. Leave the little nuggets alone. They just want mommy. The crawl space is exactly that. A crawl space that extends back and under for about 6 or 10 feet. And you can see once you reach the back end of it that it opens up again. It's almost like there's this square, like, indent into the would-be room. And in this back space, there's enough space for maybe one or so that Martel, you're such a butt. That gives you enough space to you see that there's like a trapdoor up above you. What are you guys doing?
Is it like a stone trapdoor, or is it leading?
It looks kind of stone. It looks like stone.
How high above?
This back section is probably only like 4 feet tall. It's like a 4-foot little cube of a space. So you just
The
have to push up
understanding is we've gone below the Undercity, and this will take us back up into it.
a little bit. Yeah. Well, yeah, you've already gone down a little bit, but now the room that you had been in seemed to have like just a wall that comes down. You had to kind of crawl under the that space, then go back up a little bit. And it's just like a 4-foot cube over space with a trapdoor that's 4 feet in
Well,
on each side.
I'll go first.
Are you sure? I can give you my sword, and I can check with that light.
No, it should be fine. In terms of risk, I am the most confident in my abilities to literally melt into the walls if it needs to happen. And that way, I'm not responsible for at least any immediate threat to the rest of us. And Shaudir will try to carefully get up through the trapdoor.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
Oh, a strength check? Hopefully this thing is useful for something. That is a 17.
Plenty good. You, with that, shift the stone. Are you using your like stone walking ability, or you're just pushing? I guess I should have.
You mean like the Genasi thing? Merge with stone?
I didn't know how you were. I suddenly realized that. I guess.
Earthwalking.
Yeah.
That helps avoid difficult terrain, but
Gotcha. Okay.
he's not melting into anything. I have other things to do that, but
All right.
he'll just try to gently lift it up. But that ability is what allows him to cast Pass Without Trace on the.
I gotcha. Okay. You push on the door a little bit.
And it's, by the way, Martel, everyone within 30 feet of me. So it is on me,
Got it.
but
Okay.
that's who's protected.
You push the stone aside. And as you peek up and around, you see that you are in a much larger cave. It almost looks like... And then for the moment, go ahead and give me a perception check as you peek around real quick.
I am not the best scout, though. That is an 8.
Okay.
It's fine. No one's up here.
All right.
Come on up.
It's like
And
that
he'll
scene from
crawl up out.
Tangled. The swords are on it. It's fine. There's nothing. There's no one up here.
Yep. All right. Well, you finish shifting the stone just a little bit, and you climb out onto the surface, and one by one, the 4 of you get up there.
We all up out of the.
Yeah, you crawl up and out. The 4 of you crawl up and out. You find yourself now in what looks to be an abandoned section of a neighborhood. The crawl space that you just crawled out of has several similarly tiled 4-foot squares that sit at the base of a large statue.
Large statue.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any seeming significance to this thing? What is the statue of?
The statue looks more decorative than it does of any sort of major significance. This looks like it looks like a girl that's probably in her early teens. And as she is kind of holding her hand up in the air, she looks like she's dressed probably like royalty or something. You would... Go ahead.
Does it look new?
No. And it looks like it is fallen to... it has not been taken care of in a while. And you see that it's kind of got a little bit of it's starting to have some vines that are growing up along the base and just starting to reach the feet. But kind of in the same way as like a pharaoh's kind of statue, this kind of looks like it would probably be some monarch or another that had like a little statue here. But looking around at the immediate neighborhood and how dark it is, it doesn't look like this neighborhood has seen any activity in some time. There is a dim light to the area for being underground, and you can see how massive this cave is, but it kind of reminds you of, you know how when you're in the underground in Skyrim, there's like, for whatever reason, a dimness to the big open spaces. It's kind of in that same thing of like, you don't know where the light source is coming from per se, but the cave definitely has maybe a phosphorescence or something to the walls that kind of gives it a dull glow, so you can kind of always see where the walls are at. Sybil, you see as Sybil climbs out there with you, she looks around. And you see her close her eyes for a moment, and Martel, you sense the weave move a little strong around her as she kind of scopes out the area. We're alone for right now. No one's too close by.
Well,
She looks over at Naja. Are you familiar with these neighborhoods?
Above ground.
She just kind of looks around at the neighborhood that you have found yourself in, and it's not as packed of a neighborhood as like the above city in Kalimport, where houses are kind of stacked modularly on top of each other. This kind of feels a little more old school organized and less cramped. Less that it was built on top of each other, more kind of they're spread out. These under parts of the underground city, Naja, that you are familiar with, they don't. It wasn't like a good majority of the citizenry lived down here. It was more of those who wanted to stay away from the hustle and bustle above. And it's basically split up into 3 districts. There's a northern district, the western district, and then the southeastern waterfront. And the southeastern waterfront is basically takes up a good majority of it, and it is like a cistern basically that keeps fresh water flowing throughout the rest of the city.
Well, unless someone comes up with a better idea, I think that for one thing, if we look out for literally anyone down here, try and latch onto them, see who they are, what they might know. I don't know. I assume we shouldn't just immediately start talking to anyone. But if we can identify any aspects of architecture for the proposed undercity down here, we look for where people might be kept, or any other obvious signs of interest. But I imagine we're just trying to not be seen for now.
I'm gonna turn to Sybil and say, do you think you can make your way into these people and figure it out like you do?
I can blend in if I need to.
Might not be a bad idea.
Maybe if you stood apart from us, if in the unfortunate chance of us being compromised quickly.
She looks immediately over at Martel. And then back at Shadu.
What?
Then you can kind of immediately be safe from that. And you be a part of whatever other crowd would form. You kind of be a second solo group also shadowing us.
I don't think crowds are something we'll have to worry about down here.
Not the way I have sensed things, no. But maybe it's a good idea to keep an eye on you from a distance. Just in case.
And I think the only place to go right now is forward.
She nods. Doesn't say much of anything to Naja or Shadir, but just nods, looks over at Martel, and Martel, in your mind, you hear her say, "Be careful."
My mind, or in her mind, I'll say, I always am.
She just raises an eyebrow and then kind of goes off into the other direction. All right. So,
All right.
immediately you have, we'll say 3 directions you can go. You can go westward, southeastward, or northward. Which direction, which section would you like to go and head towards?
So westward would take us under like the Jewel Ward, the Palace Ward, Faith's Ward. North would take us up towards like Kanduk and Emerald Ward, and southeastern would take us to the rest.
Basically.
And what ward are we under right now?
It'd be hard to say. You're probably...
Perhaps the Quill or the Grand.
Yeah.
Probably. Where, if you, Nasha, were to have brought a bunch of evil doings down here, what ward? No implications meant. What ward do you think is the best?
If you were a villain, what would you do?
Sure. What ward would be the most tactical to have a base underneath?
Would I know from in the past, before the takeover by the cult, where you would go to, like what part of the Undercity you would go to for things? Especially with my old family's past, like where we would take goods and things.
Yeah. The southeastern lakefront would probably be what would be considered the most suburban, I guess, of places because it's right by the water. There's a lot more people who live there, but that is also in the before times was very much watched by the city guard because, again, you don't want to mess with the city's water supply. But there was a decent amount of people that lived there. The northern district had more of the markets and things, as the northern district actually used to be pretty openly connected with the Grand Ward. But it was after the change in leadership that section got kind of closed off, and then it was only the tunnels that would normally allow you to go into any of the other places. The Western District, which would be closer to under the palace, and closer to the Shackles Ward, had a strange mixture of both importance because of where it was under the palace and stuff, but also being the closest to the Shackles Ward, there was a lot more, not burrows, but like hidden passageways in the rock and stuff. So not as lived in because it was under there, but there was a lot of hidey holes there, secret caves and whatnot. So it just kind of depends on what your goals are, or what you think their goals would be.
I think perhaps we go west.
That's what I was thinking. Depending on who was kidnapped. Certainly if there's anything close to a slave ward.
Shaldi, who are you hoping to find that was kidnapped?
I don't know. Rishi mentioned that some people were taken, and he wanted information on who he's up against. I don't think he gave a name, but anyone who might be a part of your family.
Yes, that the family that disappeared while down here.
That being said, Naja, it is kind of under the assumption that when they disappeared, they're not going to be found again.
Mm-hmm.
At least that was the implication.
But to be
that
specific,
would have been Naja's understanding.
Yeah.
what I personally am looking for is the people that are down here. There's not really a thing, there's not really a place. I am trying to figure out what is going on down here, because no one really seems to know. There's a number of us who have our connections and reasons for people being down here, but most are simply afraid. Perhaps very justifiably, but if we could literally report on anything of the goings on down here, I think it would be beneficial.
Well, then let's go.
Westward.
Okay. Going westward will be the longer trek, just because it is like literally kind of across from where you are. But you will... No, I did not pre-open this. Hold on, let me open. Open, says me. Okay. Moving from this quiet neighborhood, you go then...
Real quick, Aaron.
Yes.
Am I able to, I guess, reach out with the weave so that I could maybe sense life forms before they come into vision? Get a little bit of a heads up on things that are coming up?
I want to say, I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to look. Let me pull up these things real quick. I want to say that there is an ability you can kind of we'll just keep it at a perception check. But then you would just add your proficiency in there. And yes, that is how we used to do it. Because I was looking through some of through the, in case I was gonna need to Jaeger Sybil's character, I was like looking over the things again, and I forgot that there is like a see the tapestry ability, which is basically like detect magic. It's a little deeper, and that was the one that you use to like provide you with the more of like a reading people kind of thing. But other than that, to just kind of sense a presence somewhere close by, it will just use their perception check plus proficiency to give you that little boost.
Every turn we make, can I carve like my family symbol that we might put on goods into the corner so we can make our way out faster?
Sure. Easy enough.
Coincidentally, I probably don't notice you doing that due to being unobservant. Shaudir is repeatedly casting Shapestone, the cantrip, to like mark his own thing on like the other side of the wall. So every time you're marking something, he's just like, yeah, and marks something else.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So then Martel, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yep. For sonar, perception is 26.
Very nice. Okay. Oh, let me bring up my map again. All right. Going through the neighborhood, and it's sparse little housing that's been long since abandoned. You see doors and windows that have been boarded shut, where they haven't just straight up crumbled. And eventually you reach the edges of the neighborhood and pass into what there's like a large cave wall up on your right hand side that starts to curve up and over, and you walk by one of the open sections of the cistern here below the city. A vast underground lake that kind of spans out into the darkness. Occasionally below the surface, you see little patches of some sort of bioluminescence below the water. Kind of gives it this like eerie glow, whereas most of it is dark. There's occasional little patches here and there where it looks like a bright greenish blue tint is added to the water as it just kind of lit from beneath the surface. But it is here that as you are walking by, that you see a little bit of like a line of shacks and houses that are far up ahead into the left. They kind of follow the edges of this lake as you enter into this section. And there are, not that the entirety of the Undercity is visible at any given time, as like it definitely seems like there are chambers built within chambers that they all kind of connect. But Naja leads you as best as she can through this space. You also, while walking through here, definitely have a bit of a flashback. Not only in the scent, but a little bit of the feel of your time in the abyss. It's a strange, very damp coolness in the air that borders on it being warm. It's just like that right in the in-between where it doesn't quite feel cool on the skin, but it doesn't quite feel warm. It's just enough of an irritatingly uncomfortable sensation. And it is very, very moist down here. Along the corners of the buildings, you see the beginnings of the growth of green things, whether it be mold or plants, vines that crawl up along walls, fern fronds that grow here and there. It is a strange mix. And for Naja, even in the time that you have come down here, it never had this kind of greenery growing everywhere. Like there were green little patches near waterways, and sometimes the cistern is like funneled off in these canals that go through parts of the Undercity to kind of help water the rest of the area down here. And occasionally there are those like plants that don't require sunlight, large little patches of mushrooms of various colors and kinds. But these plants look like they would normally belong on the surface world, especially in a jungle-like space. To have them grow in this space so far beneath the surface with no sunlight comes down is unique. But you continue on along the way, and as you are approaching what would be like the more central sections of the Undercity, Martel, you start to feel the presence of other individuals, most of them in their homes. You finally see and hear someone walking in between buildings, and they catch your attention as you catch theirs. You sensed them before they were able to see you, so I don't know if you guys want to like stay out of sight or if you're just kind of trying to, you know, stay quiet. Stay out of sight?
I think yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll point him out. Be like, someone come in.
Perfect. Cool. Good job, guys. If I can't see them, they can't see me. That's great. Good job. Good job.
We just carry huge leaves in front of us.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing but us trees.
Then, in that case, looking down the street that kind of curves off to the left towards the lakefront side, you see several individuals as you kind of peer around the corner. I'll say there's probably like 3 or 4 that you can see just going about their business, either going from place to place. One of them is carrying a large clay jug of something, but they look just like you would expect to see normal citizens. It's just from the mass population above to this, it does seem rather sparse. But there are a couple people down here, and you sense that there are more in that direction as well.
While we're down here, I want to keep an eye out for any symbols for maybe organizations, and then keep an ear out to pick up on any abyssal that might be being spoken.
Nice. Make a perception check for me, if you will.
There are women folk down here.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You, we'll say that while you're peeking around the corner, and you, when Martel like points out that there are people, and you guys kind of like go up Scooby-Doo style against the wall. 2 of the individuals have like hoods up. One of them does not, and they have this like really fine white hair that is bound up in a bun at their back. You can see the dark skin of the underground elves, the pointed ears. You don't see too many drow this far south.
Aaron, how do these people feel as compared to all of Naj's friends?
Kind of curious. You focus your attention on these individuals, and you don't sense that void of the weave that you have in some of the other people up top.
Do we think we can talk to them? I mean, I guess it's possible that there's a whole other totally fine civilization down here. The Underdark isn't not known to have that, but I was more under the assumption that most people directly into the city were part of this danger.
I don't think these are, but that doesn't mean they're not dangerous.
Maybe Sybil can talk to them.
Maybe.
You said she's good at blending in with crowds, right?
She's quite good at it.
That, or I say we just follow them for a bit.
I look at Naja. What do you think?
Naja is skimming her spells real quick.
Her eyes are fluttering. She's doing that thing in the Matrix where they learn to learn karate or learn to fly a helicopter. Her eyes are kind of doing the quick flutter.
Whoa.
I can make myself look like one of them if I just want to walk by. But also, I'm a tiefling of Kalimport, so me being down here would not be that suspicious. You two, especially you, she says, looking at Martel, might draw a bit more attention.
Don't suppose that skill of yours could be applied to me, could it?
Just me.
I mean, at any time I can hide in a wall. If I mean, preferably I have 10 minutes to prepare, but...
Randomly, it's a very specific amount of time, but I can do it.
But while hidden inside of a wall,
Unless you want to
I can be a
change,
pretty good spy.
unless you want to change clothes, Martel. Though I don't know if we are the same size.
Probably not.
Let's just talk to them. I mean, unless some alarm is raised, maybe we can tentatively at least identify the area around here.
You two lay back. I will go listen, maybe bump in, start a bit of trouble. But one is far less intimidating than three.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll go do that, like, brush past, like, intentionally, but try to, like, unintentionally, like, bump into one of them, maybe.
Sure.
I'm trying to, like, make my way past.
Okay. So you go walk out into the street and kind of walk in their direction, very casually and on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm supposed to be there, and I know where I'm going.
Right. We'll say there are two people that as you're walking, the two people on your right that are like having a conversation with themselves. Not like they're like hush hush secret da, 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 da. But they're just kind of like general chatting, and they're speaking a form of Elvish.
I don't speak that. I speak Abyssal, Common, Infernal, and Orc.
Okay. So they're speaking. I'll just say that there is like you may have picked up a couple of words over time. You're just not fluent in it enough. But they just seem to be having a general conversation.
I know curse words in every language.
Yeah, basically all the important, all the good ones.
No good guide would lack that ability.
That's true. But yeah, you get the sense that they are more like just having general conversation, talking about somebody in the neighborhood. It's kind of just basically what you pick up. There is an individual that is walking towards you. The individual you had seen that was Drow had been walking away. So this individual is walking towards you. We're gonna say that this one is a woman, probably in her early 30s, late 20s, a rather young-looking individual. But she's definitely wrapped up and bound up in like clothing that kind of gives the impression of being more shambles and like almost like tatters, but doesn't look necessarily like they're destitute. Just, scraps of clothing mismatched, and she kind of walks with what looks like she would have a hood, but it's just down around her shoulders and just hands in her pockets, and she's kind of minding her own business as she's walking past. You want to bump into her? Do you want to go up to the people that are having a conversation? What would you like to do?
Can I do a quick insight check as I am approaching both groups to
Sure.
help me make a decision?
Sure.
18.
The people on your right that are having a conversation, you see that the man that is facing you, the one that's facing towards your direction, he is also Drow. He has his hood on his head, but you do see catch the little glimpse of white hair that kind of fall around his face. And as he is speaking, he does kind of look over at you, but just briefly, like to acknowledge that he sees you as you're walking by. Then he goes back to his conversation. There's no threatening demeanor to him or anything. The woman who's walking toward you just seems kind of lost in her own thoughts.
I'll bump into the men.
Okay. You walk in their direction, and you see that the elvish man stops speaking and just kind of like looks over at you as you get close. His friend turns their attention your direction also, and you see another elvish man as well. They both kind of turn to you as you get close, and in the broken elvish that you understand, you basically hear him ask, "Can I help you?"
What do you want?
I'm assuming you respond in common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, ma'am. I just hadn't seen you around before. Can I help you?
Just making my way by.
All right, whatever. He goes back to speaking Elvish to the other person, as he continues the conversation, but is like now kind of eyes you as you walk past. But other than that, does not engage. Just continue on.
Yeah, I'll continue on for a minute, not to get too far away from my companions.
Okay. You see the Martell, as you're I'm assuming you're are you and Shaudir watching
Yeah.
her as she goes down the street? You see the woman that she had passed goes up to one of the close by buildings, takes like a little key out, looks around, and then opens the door before she goes inside. But she Naja continues on. You sense two presences in that house. One large one, and then the woman. One, and like it's one of those like when you're, whenever you're focused on something and then you refocus and you see something that was like right there in front of you, but you didn't realize because now your eyes are focused on that thing. Your senses kind of do the same thing. You had sensed a mind in that house, and then you sensed her coming towards it. But now that you're more conscious about it, there is a not human mind in that room or in that house, a really large mind. Something you've never sensed before.
Oh, I'm curious.
It's like probably 2-3 houses down from where you're at.
You seem to have detected something. What?
That woman being shifty at that house. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, well. I point at the house, and I'm like, there's something in there. And I want to go find out what it is.
Well, Naja's not necessarily watching us. I don't think we should go off somewhere.
Probably, right?
Shifty how?
Oh, she was just like, and I do the whole, like...
That is pretty shifty, but
It
then
was
again,
pretty shifty.
it's good to be vigilant while you're in a spot you consider dangerous.
Especially if you're hiding some big weird thing in your house.
Do you sense some big weird thing in the house?
Yes, I do.
Let's. Well, since you know the house, let's wait. Let's wait for Naja to come back. But that it seems like a point to investigate.
I'm sneaking a look for sure.
All right, I will wait here then, just so I know you do not have the benefit of my stealth if you are outside of
I'm
30
gonna wait.
feet. Okay.
Well, man, we may not cross through there. I'm gonna find out.
I'll
I'm
go
with
down
you,
for
I'm
just a minute more, wait to look and see if anyone would notice if I turned back around.
Okay. There's you walking a little bit more, you hear the slight murmur of more people like further into the neighborhood. Nowhere near the amount of people that is up top on the surface, but you can tell that there's people around here that just kind of seem to be very low key. And the closer you get in, the more it feels slightly more lived in and a little less the dangerous space that you had kind of initially thought in your mind that it would be. It just seems like this is a place where people are kind of definitely keeping to themselves, but it doesn't necessarily feel like you're in any particular danger.
I'll turn back.
Okay. Turn back around. As you guys have turned back around, or as you turn back around and head back towards the group, there is a one of the doors on your left-hand side opens, and you see this old lady kind of like walk out, close the door behind her. She looks like she's got a really raggedy little bag. She turns to you and kind of steps back against the door a little bit, and then just like watches as you walk past, and then goes out the way you were headed, so deeper into the neighborhood. But just kind of for that brief moment of just like surprise, someone is like right walking past, and then just like shifts and goes out. But yeah, that's about it.
And then I'll meet back up with Sheldir and Martin.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
It's just the neighborhood.
Well,
Not some
Martel.
big scary organization this way.
Well, Martel senses some large presence nearby.
One at the house. And I ask her, did you catch that woman that you walked past being all shifty going in that house?
I didn't see her being shifty. It doesn't
She
mean
was
I
being
didn't miss
still
something.
shifty. There's something in there. I want to find out what it is, but
Barring the chance that this is literally just a woman who has something to hide, we are down here to gain information, so I'm for investigating.
Go for it, Martin.
Yeah, I'll hang back. It's better if I don't aid, but don't go out of the 30-foot range, but we'll back you up.
so realistically, what is there, like a window? Is there anything I might be able to kind of look into and see?
There is one
presence.
window on the front facing by the door, but it is boarded up. In fact, this is these couple houses. Well, this is probably one of the last houses that looks like it's relatively abandoned. The other ones don't look like they're super well kept, but they don't look particularly abandoned. This is definitely one of the last ones that's kind of boarded up, minus if it hadn't been for the fact that someone just walked in there, you probably wouldn't have gone in there.
Okay. Well, I don't want to break and enter.
I do have the shatter
And-
spell.
We can't kick the door down again.
Yeah, we almost failed last time. It was embarrassing. I don't want to break and enter, and I don't think that knocking is a great idea either. does this? So I've never felt anything like this presence,
Mm-mm.
including it's not. It doesn't seem like it's abyssal to me.
Mm-mm. It just seems very alien.
I mean, if these walls are fairly thick, I can go in 10 minutes, then pop out into the other side. Of course, barring whoever might be on the other side, but all it takes is 10 minutes.
I can knock on the door and make them let us in.
Showdeer, can you just like, if you can pass through stone, can you just like look in with your eye, see what's in there?
And that would pretty much mean casting 10-minute spell, popping in and fully exiting. It's more
I
of,
see.
there's not really partial in, partial out with this particular spell.
Okay.
It
And
would
you'd have to
be-
take 10 minutes to get out as well.
I could also cast Stone Shape and make a door, but that also is another thing, much
I see.
faster.
I don't want to destroy this poor woman's house.
I could dimension door us in, but seems costly.
That also just seems... You know what? It probably isn't worth it. Maybe we just go on.
You've never sensed anything like this. What is the general range of things that you sense? Like, I'm unfamiliar with this sense. Is it size? Is it potency?
It's hard to explain. It feels... What I'm sensing, I suppose, is a mind. And it feels big. It's a big mind. Which doesn't make any sense to me.
Can I cast Primeval Awareness?
Sure. Sensing, closing your eyes and kind of casting this ability, you focus your senses in whatever it might be. With Primeval Awareness, is there one thing in particular you sense, or is that the one that's all of the senses?
It's all of the things. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile. Or 6 miles if in my favorite terrain. What is my favorite terrain? Oh, not here. Not underground. I didn't think that.
That little sensor ping goes off. Poof. There are fae. There are fiends. There are undead. And there are aberrations. These are senses that you haven't. Would you say you've sensed these things out regularly?
Would I have? Above ground?
No, as in, like, would
casting-
you use that ability
Oh,
frequently?
yeah.
There's always then in that case, there's kind of always a general unsettling presence, I would say, because of so much rock that is beneath your feet, and a lot of spells kind of have a little bit of like can't go so far down or whatever. I'd say that doesn't necessarily negate that feeling, but there's always been that general sense of something lurking, and that's kind of probably fed into a little more of your not wanting to go into the Undercity because it's always felt like there's something wrong down there. Now I'll say now that with a certain amount of clarity that now that you're down here, you sense all of the very wrong things that are down here, and it just kind of catches your curiosity because you're just like, oh, there's a lot down here.
We could knock on the door. I mean, in terms of helping us with our goal,
In my line
almost
of work,
definitely
you
wouldn't, but at
can
least it wouldn't come off as hostile.
get a lot of things with confidence and a little bit of dumb luck.
Which course of action was that in favor of?
Knocking on the door.
Knocking on door.
If this is something you really want to know, Martel. Though I don't think this is the organization we're looking for.
I agree that it's not, which is why I'm thinking we just go. Another thing, I could probably just reach out to it. The question is whether or not that's a good idea.
If you have a way of reaching out to it, whatever it is, from a distance that seems fairly secure, I think that probably is our best option. Because at least there's walls in the way, at least combat has not been initiated. Depending on what this thing is and can do when it's in contact with you. But if we're talking something that is bad to even be in contact with, then that us seeing it face to face is not any safer.
No, it's not. I guess the problem is it could potentially get into my head, but yeah, I don't know.
In
That's
my
probably
experience,
still the best thing.
in my
Sorry?
experience, having cast stone shape before,
Mm-hmm.
how loud of a process is that usually? Fairly loud, I imagine.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, I guess. I would determine, like, if you're just kind of shifting dirt around, it's not gonna do much. If you're like there's like an amount of stone clacking against stone, but I wouldn't say it's like super loud or anything. I wouldn't say it's silent, but it's probably not like, oh my gosh, I've alerted the entire neighborhood.
What if I knocked on the door? You all see if you can slip inside. But in the meantime, I simply ask for, or one of you slip inside, I don't know. And I simply ask about the neighborhood. And if we yield nothing, we could probably just press on. I don't know how insignificant this interaction may be.
I'd always stab one of you, see if they're nice, and heal you after.
I suppose.
I don't think I've been stabbed yet since I've been here.
But if you stabbed me, for example, we don't even know if they'd come outside. I imagine most houses keep their doors closed
And again, it
if they
depends
hear a
on
stabbing going on.
how much Martel wants to investigate, or if we want to continue.
Yes, Martel, I think we should leave this up to you. You're the one who senses it. I'm more than willing to do whatever to try and get in there, but what's your judgment call?
Let me just try to reach out to it. And if I start acting funny,
I'll stab you.
yeah, stab me, knock me out, do something.
We'll get you to a goblin man who wants to cut you up.
Oh, you would definitely be cut up down here.
Didn't need both my kidneys anyway.
You could probably get a pretty decent price for one of yours.
Do you think that this thing's going to take your kidney from where you are?
You never know, mate. All right, Aaron.
Okay.
Initiating psychic connection.
You focus your
Martel has entered the chat.
you, you focus your mind on the larger presence that you have sensed in that room. You sense the two, but you focus on the one, the larger one. Who is this? Who is this? What are you?
I was hoping you could tell me the same thing.
Why do you sense my mind like this? You are not one that I have sensed before.
I'm around.
I know. But where? I feel a sort of connection I have not felt before.
It's probably good.
Do you wish to serve? Slurn the Resplendent. You will be rewarded.
Well, how would I be rewarded?
I have many things of interest, especially to you bipeds.
Such as?
Come and see for yourself. I will show you the way.
You know, that sounds great. But, unfortunately, I'm here to do something rather distasteful. I was wondering if you could tell me if you'd ever felt anyone like me before, but it seems you haven't.
No, I believe I haven't.
Well,
But you are curious for a biped.
if you sense someone like me with a touch of the abyss in their mind, it's probably for the best if you break that connection.
Oh. Abyss? What's abyss?
Oh, it's a very bad place. You don't want to know about it.
Some would say I'm from the abyss. But your words are strange to my mind. I don't believe it's the same.
Well, it was nice to meet you. I think I'm going to go now and do my horrible deed. Perhaps I'll come back and we can talk more.
Naja, you, and well, I guess all three of you hear the door open. And, the door open to the. Wait, you didn't go up to the door though, did you?
No.
Or
No.
yeah, you were kind of where you were at.
I'm kind of lurking nearby the house.
Okay. You hear, look at the door. You see the door open, and the young woman steps out. She kind of just looks up and down the street. You see her like looking curiously, like she's looking around for something.
I guess she would maybe recognize me if she perceived me.
Oh, you're not
her in the street.
Are you standing out in the where you can be
No,
seen?
I'm kind of lurking in
I'm
the shadows.
hiding.
Okay.
But I don't know
I'm
how
also
perceptive she is.
Okay. She's just kind of like, she's not like intensely looking into the shadows. She's just kind of looking around. She turns and looks back into the house and she kind of just goes like, does that little thing with her shoulders. She kind of turns around again. Hello? Is anybody
At this
there?
point, I'm going to break the connection.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Why did you stop?
Oh god.
What's wrong?
We should go. We should go.
All right. I don't. I don't like how you said "oh God" just now.
Biped, why did you stop?
Sorry, mate. Got
Block.
something pretty serious I gotta do. I need to be very focused.
The connection is different than you had made with the initial mind. It is not a it is almost like a telepathic thing versus the weave connecting.
And Martel's still the only one getting messages in his head.
Trust me, you don't want these.
Well, let's just go then. I don't know what is going on with you, but let's just leave the scene.
All right. So, you leave the neighborhood, going. You take them back towards in the direction
further
of the
west.
west.
Oh God, that wasn't good.
Cool.
I'll basically tell you guys what I what I found out. It's called it called itself Slurn the Resplendent, and it's very nice, just a little bit needy.
It noted that you were a biped.
Yeah, I guess that is weird.
That's extremely weird. Even a lot of humanoids are bipedal. And even more Fae are. Well, let's just hope that does not happen. You said it reached back out to you?
It did. It did it with its. It was psychic. I think distance will be able to get us away from that.
Well, but Martel, you made a new friend.
I sure did.
I sure did. Great.
And you know
People
what?
would be so proud.
It's going to be nice to tell him that I succeeded as we come back out.
That frightens me immensely. And I don't think that had anything to do with our goal.
All right. The further westward you go, you have to pass through into a different chamber. You kind of skirt around the northern chamber just a bit, and you can see where in this one there is a bit more like the larger buildings, and you can see where there was maybe once upon a time a pathway that went upwards towards the ceiling cavern, towards the ceiling of the cave, but where Naja, you probably would recognize this, but where there once had been like a curving neighborhood that kind of angled down into the Undercity, that upper section has been collapsed, and you can see that there are some buildings that were just covered in large stones and rubble. It's been a year. That section of the Grand Ward is now kind of flattened out, and the part of the Grand Bazaar where most of the tents in not less solid, the less permanent structures are located is kind of placed on top of that. So it's kind of been flattened out and used as more of to give more open space. So if you're looking at the map of the city, you see right there in Kajan where it's kind of the open space and it's kind of flattened out. That's kind of where that northern section of that little flat space is where it used to curve downwards, and it's just been like rezoned, as it were. Moving into the western section of the Undercity, which hopefully by the end of next week I will have a map for you, so you'll have more of a visual representation of all of these things. The greenery grows, and it gets warmer. And as you pass through sections of the wall, you see that there are indeed sections that have a little bit of moss or some sort of greenish vegetation that grows up along the walls. In and amongst them, more plants and even what looks like, I guess in the sense of prehistoric, for us it'd be like prehistoric plants, like those really big ferns that kind of grow and almost look like mini palm trees. It's kind of like that. It's a very strange, almost alien greenery, and it's growing underground. For Martel, that sensation of the creepy crawlies on your skin that the abyss kind of gave you is returning. And the deeper you go westward, the stronger you get that feeling.
So, some of you guys probably, the ones with the higher perceptions,
So not me.
Naja, have probably noticed that Martel is usually very much in command of himself, but down here, you see that he's sort of subconsciously like wiping that something that might be sweat or something off of, or what he thinks is sweat off of his arms, like just not doing it consciously, but clearly not comfortable here in a way that is sort of peculiar.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder. Martel, are you all right?
Sorry, I'm fine. What happened?
You seem a little on edge.
It's a strange place. It reminds me of another strange place. Tell you all about it when we get out of here. If you're interested.
Sure. When we make it back to the surface.
Yeah.
As a reassuring factor, I'm sure there are a number of those ways out, I mean.
That's what it seems like. Plenty of ways in. You'd think they're double purpose.
You reach this section of the Undercity. Naja is getting closer to where the palace is. And normally there you find the section where there once was a guard post, and it lies abandoned. Over there's like a little guard post. There is a section that used to have a gate with a portcullis that would go down. The portcullis has been removed, and there's only this open gate that would lead into the western sections.
Do you sense any more presences like that, Martel?
Oh, I'll let you know. I'm assuming I don't.
You felt something weird. As you guys are passing through the gate, all of you feel something weird. It's like this creepy, crawly sensation of you're being watched.
Yeah, I imagine it's been about an hour, so my pass without trace is up.
We're probably bored around the 45 minutes. It's about the
45
same.
minutes.
Is this a familiar feeling?
No,
Okay.
but it does feel like just the sense of being watched from somewhere.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can spot anything?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to do the same.
It's only a 16.
Same, actually.
Shaudir, need you to make a deception check for me, if you will.
Nat 20
Okay. Cool.
plus 6.
For Naja and Martel, you guys both. Oh, let me double check this just in case. Oh yeah. You guys kind of like getting this feeling. Your eyes kind of rove about as you are about to pass under this gate, and you get that. Aside from that feeling of being watched, there's like a slight buzzing. It's like starts to. It's like the sound of a fly, but it's inside your mind a little bit, and just kind of a weird, like annoying little. And at the top of the gate on the opposite side, just as you're about to pass through, you see movement, and you see what looks like the top of a head and like two hands that had been gripped on the underside of the gate, like shift backwards out of like trying to be out of sight.
You can come out now.
We won't hurt you.
We won't hurt what?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Both of us, or
Whoever. Yeah, I guess both. Yeah, both of you, or one of you with advantage if you
wait,
want.
who did
Martel,
you
why
see?
don't you take it with advantage?
I'm not sure you want that.
I have a +2.
I have a
I
plus
can
0.
convince if I know who
Okay,
I'm talking
I will
to.
do it with advantage then.
What are you both talking about?
All right, that's a
Just a little
14.
14. Okay. Let's see. What? Come on, boy. Come on, boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
It's always with the creepy hands lately, Aaron.
Listen. The little guy is gripping underneath because he's walking on the wall, and he just peeks his head down. As you see the fingers go like around the top underside of this gate from the opposite side of the wall.
Oh,
You Shaudir finally sees. You see the top.
no,
of
neither
it.
of you were telling me what you saw.
You see the top of the head, and then the top of the head almost looks kind of like Golem. It's like this very like smooth skin gray with like little bits of remnants of hair. It's not gray though; it's almost bluish. And as the rest of the head peeks over, you see the like a wrinkled forehead and one massive eye.
Oh.
As this creature like peeks down around the corner.
Naja wouldn't know what that is, would she? Because I think Dreamy knows what it is.
Yeah, can I Arcana check to see if I
Sure.
recognize it?
I
The
got
best
it.
way to follow up a nat 20 is with a nat 1.
I got a 10.
What are we rolling? Hold on. Let's see if I.
Hannah, I love you.
That poor one-eyed man! How'd you get up there?
Was it Arcana?
Arcana. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I got a 4, which is a 3. I also
Three.
I believe a
he's
10 is the
man.
highest on Arcana.
Wait, you got a 10 shout
I got a
here?
10.
You got a
No,
10.
I got a 5.
Oh,
Because
perfect.
I rolled a 1.
Ah, perfect. Probably don't know what this is. But as the rest of the head comes into view, you see that this monstrous creature with like one unhumanly shaped head just seems to be mostly eye and a small mouth as it peers over the edge and down below the gate.
I'm going to keep my scimitar at the ready as we pass through.
Who are you?
No one you need to know.
Who are you?
I'm gonna gesture to Martel and Shaudir.
Make a deception check for me, Naja.
24.
Nice.
Naja, you feel like the beginning proddings of something in your mind, but shudder that out. The large eye, unblinking, just like finally blinks. And it shifts over without moving its head to look at Martel. Martel, I need you to make a deception check for me.
Oh dear. What about a wisdom saving throw?
Nope, just a deception check.
That's the same thing.
All right. Ooh. Dirty 3.
Oh no!
You see its eye blink and look at you.
Well, it's been a good run for Martel.
Who are you looking for, Martel?
I just can't keep my name
You
to
know-
myself, can I?
You know, I knew that like you were bad about keeping your name away from us. Like,
It's,
are you just so bad at withholding your identity that
it's
people
the
are
bloody
finding
name
out
tag. I
around
gotta stop
you?
wearing it.
Shaldir, or I'm not gonna say your name. Keep moving along. You too. We'll keep going.
It just watches you, and from the other side of the gate, you see this creature is literally clinging to the side of the wall in a not humanly possible kind of way. It's just
I'm
like
gonna
looking
keep
down at you.
my shield up and my sword like pointed at it as I try to like get the guys through.
Yeah, I'll go. But Shaudir is saying, if whatever it is just following us, I don't know if ignoring it is going to do anything.
I think it might live here.
I think so too.
You cannot go any further.
Says who?
Master said so.
Well, tell Master to come face me himself.
Eloquent has done so.
Who'd you say?
And with that, we're gonna go to break.
Aaron, did you say who I think you said?
I guess we'll have to find out whenever I get back.
You know how many Heffalumps died for this ritual? All of them. All of them, Christopher Robin. There are no more Heffalumps. And they never will be.
Oh God, we're
Oh
not
my
great.
gosh.
We're all mad here. Hello, welcome back.
You're the god.
I both want to see you together in every game now, but also I don't know if the
You're
role
the
can
god
handle both
now.
of you together in a game anymore.
This is easy. What are you talking about? Just let them go on.
Who shall serve us for eternity?
In death.
Oh my goodness.
You don't need to be scared of what you can control, Christopher Robin.
All right. Well, now that we're here at this point in our lives, welcome back to Rescuers: The Call of Zool, where apparently, you know,
There's a
Christopher
rumbling
Robin
in
is
my
now a
tumbly.
lich.
Christopher Robin is a lich.
There's a rumbling in my phylactery tumbly.
I need more souls, Christopher Robin.
I can't. I love it. I
Don't.
love
All
it.
right,
So
focus
not
up.
like honey.
Serious time.
Yep. No. I don't. Is that a thing that we can even do here on this channel? I don't
Yeah,
even think.
it went to common whatever this year. The original Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah. So yeah, great.
Huh. We could totally fuck it up.
So
I'm
this
pretty
is
sure there's
canon.
already a Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
There is
Yeah,
blood and
that's
honey.
true.
I'll drop the
Oh,
trailer.
that
It's
would
apparently not that great.
that would
Oh,
explain why that actually made it through. Pooh is Zool moonlighting. Oh no.
What
All
if
right.
when I cast the ritual and is this Zool I'm talking to? After a fashion.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Iskra, how's your
Ridiculous.
Winnie the Pooh voice? You've reached his receptionist.
Oh, this
All
is
right.
This is what we've been hearing almost all right. Just FYI.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, last I heard Common is playing Winnie the Pooh, and now I'm imagining that. Not the same person. Oh no. But yes, not that one. Okay. Last we had left off, our intrepid heroes had begun walking through the undercity of Kalimport. Only recently, though, as they are moving through this place, as they head toward the western section of the undercity, they pass what had once been a gate guard that had prevented most people from going into this section, as it leads under the palace of the undercity, of the upper city. This abandoned gate, no longer having its portcullis, you guys see that the there apparently had been a person who was here on this other side. Someone who was watching from above. And after discovering the strange creature with its large, giant eye that had encompassed most of its head, you found also that this creature was trying to probe at your minds, as you guys had been hearing this like strange buzzing in your heads. It seemed that most everybody was able to fend off these probing mind things, all except for Martel. When asked who Martel was seeking, and Naja saying for them to continue, the creature had said, oh no, you had said also, tell your master. I don't remember now your exact phrase.
Some like come and face me himself.
Oh yeah, tell your
Tell
master to come.
Master to come face me himself.
Yeah, stenographer, can you read back the last line, please? To which the creature, now having been shown to be hanging on the wall on the side, says,
Alcuin has done so. You must not go any further. Forbidden it is unless you are part of the Brotherhood.
I'll
How
show you
does one-
exactly what I think about your rules. Let's keep going. And I'll keep walking.
okay. Forgot about my
Yes.
new bow.
Need to make an intimidation check? Because I'm not very good at that, but I'll do it if I need to.
I'm very good at intimidation.
I just have a lot of confidence
Yeah.
from getting into places I'm not supposed to be.
You guys keep walking. Make an intimidation check.
Charisma might have been my dump stat.
That's wisdom. Who needs?
It's a 13.
No one needs wisdom.
I do.
I need wisdom.
I'm a ranger cleric.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, if you wouldn't mind.
Ooh. On save?
Mhm.
All right, here we go. That's a 5.
Oh boy.
All right. You
Flip
flip
off and
this
knock it.
creature.
It's no big deal.
You just you flip it off and continue walking. And then you feel this creeping sensation on your back as your skin tightens and crawls. And it hurts. It starts to pull together as if your whole backs of the skin on your back kind of starts to like pull tight together. Your shoulders kind of tense backwards and you start to feel your joints start to crackle. You look at your
Can you lower
hands.
the music just a tad, please?
Yep, sorry.
Thanks. I want to hear what it's like when I die.
I want to know how it feels.
You hold on. You're going to take some damage from this as this thing does a rotting gaze on you. That is
Looks
going
could kill, right?
that's going to be 27 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
As I now need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
I was just trying to keep walking.
Let's
I'm
get
walking in.
That is a 9.
That is an 8, because I rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
I also rolled very well. I got a 6.
Oh my
with all your pluses. Oh my god.
I got a +7 to initiative.
When did we walk into this mire?
I got a +5. So
Alright.
I also
Plus
rolled
1, so I actually rolled the highest.
It's okay, we got our natural ones out of the way. It's fine.
We
fine.
use the nat ones.
We're good.
Use those low rolls before the combat.
Where did I put my... Here, I'll just use some of this. It's over here. Hopefully I can get this guy to stay. And now, Mapcam.
Mapcam.
As I present the little space that you are walking into.
That's awesome.
But here at the top, we're just gonna say he's like right there, but I can't do that, so that everybody else can see. Oops, hold on. I need to change some names around. This is going to go up here, and I need to. Oh no! Do I not have? Oh. Oops. Oops. Let me put a Naja frame in here. Don't mind everything that is about to happen. I hadn't prepared the 3 spot for having you in here. Oops. Because last time we used this was at the very beginning of the the thing. Okay. Boom is getting the Arya Stark treatment. Yeah. Okay, so as we are right here, let's go. All right, so we're gonna put this as a 0. Naja, what was that you got? 0, 8. And then Shaldir?
9.
Perfect. All right. Then in that case, as the creature is going to be the first one in initiative, apparently.
Surprise round. Surprise what that was.
Yeah. It is going to leap down. We'll just do that. He doesn't know it. He's going to go down here. Poof, and he is going to make
Foolish mistake, Mr. One
I
Eye.
was gonna say, not a smart move.
you see as he leaps down, and he's going to make 2 claw attacks.
Ooh.
One is going to be on Naja, one is on Shaldir. That is going to be a 18 on Naja.
Warding flare.
Okay.
He has to roll a disadvantage now.
All right. On the next one, or
On this attack roll, when you're
On this-
attacked by a creature that can be blinded within 30 feet that you can see, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
oh, okay. So he rolls again for you then to show him. Okay, cool. The attack on Shaldir is going to be a natural 20 for a total of 27.
That is a shame.
I'm sorry I can't use warding flare on you.
No, it's fine.
That is going to be at disadvantage a 13.
You said 27 damage?
No, not yet. That was 27 to hit, but
Oh.
And
only just
he,
made it.
He then misses me as the light of my patron comes out and briefly blinds him.
okie dokie.
Not patron, deity. I'm not a warlock. Shelby's a warlock.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Everybody warlock.
Oops, all warlocks.
but I have a book. My
Okay.
disguise is perfect.
Am I the only one not pretending to be somebody else?
That is going to be oh my gosh. Well, the best part is when he misses Naja as he brings his claws around, you see that there is this current of electricity that starts going through his arm. The slashing damage isn't so bad. That is a total of 5 points of slashing damage for
On a natural 20?
because he rolled a
Part of the
1.
attack.
But it's the lightning damage that you have to worry about. The lightning damage is 46. Lightning damage.
All right. I
And-
am
I'm
not
sorry
immune
I
to that.
pissed off and laughed at you guys.
Hellish Rebuke at 5th level.
Yeah?
Yep.
yep. Okay. And you're all well, here's the thing with this.
Oh no, do we all take the lightning damage?
It says it's the lightning damage and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Oh.
So that would be
Dang.
Oh, no.
So save
Oh,
save
wait, I have hellish rebuke. I've never done that
save
before.
save that spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
There should have been an earth-shattering kaboom. Mr. Kaboom!
and it just uses it just used its riding gaze, so it doesn't use that again this round. But you now see Naja as you dodge out of the way and blind it, so that in that brief moment you see the large eye has a film that goes over it as the blight kind of blinds it from it, and it just misses you. But its other clawed hand does this really deep carving up and into Shaldir as it also blasts him with electric energy that kind of sizzles and sparks, and you smell a little bit of burning fabric as his robes have taken a little char to them. But that is the end of his turn. And we move on to Shadir. Interestingly enough, Martel, you got a 6. It's just wild to me.
A lot of ones.
You want to look at something, Mr. One-Eye? Have a look at this. I'm going to cast Incite Greed and pull out a ruby.
Oh.
It needs to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. All right, cool. Wisdom saving throw. That is going to be an 11.
That is a fail.
All right.
All right. When I cast a spell, I present the gem, uses the material component, and any number of creatures within range that can see me, I choose, so not just everyone. Each target must succeed when they fail. They are charmed until my spell ends, which is a minute, or until any of us do anything harmful to it. While charmed in this way, a creature can do nothing but use its movement to approach me in a safe manner. While an affected creature is within 5 feet of me, it cannot move, but simply stares greedily at the gem I present. But at the end of each of its turns, it can try another saving throw.
You see its eye light up as it looks at you. It looks at the diamond, and its eye gets even bigger. It seems like as its eye almost pops out of its head towards you. And then it blinks 2, 3 times. And then it looks at your eyes, Shaldir, no longer looking at the diamond, as this creature is immune to being charmed.
Well,
For one round. Oh, it's immune to being charmed.
It's immune to being charmed.
It's okay.
I thought I'd attempt that. I
But
will bonus action Blade Ward.
Good call. Good call.
This is going to hit again. Unfortunately, it does not defend against lightning, but we can deal with that later.
Alrighty. That ends its turn. Naja, it is now your turn.
All right. I am going to approach with my scimitar of speed and make 2 attacks against it. So
All
the
right.
first is a 21
21.
to hit,
That hits.
and the second is a 25 to hit.
That also hits.
Okay, so the first is 11 points of damage,
Okay.
and the second is 9 points of damage, and then I'm going
What
to
kind of damage are these?
piercing damage,
Okay.
and then slashing damage, and then I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon.
Nice. What
It
is your
takes on the appearance of a flaming sword, and
or would you like to place it?
right behind him.
I'm gonna use this little fire elemental thingy. Okay. Cool.
And then I'm going to make that attack with that spiritual weapon. Oh, that's a 26
26 to attack.
to hit.
That
Yes.
also hits.
And that is going to be 12 points of force damage. Force damage? Not
12?
Force damage.
Force.
That's what it says. It says force damage.
Nice.
All right. So, here's what happens. As you do your initial attacks, even though it's hitting, it slices through, and you can see this arcane ward, this like blue lattice work of shields that seems to go and like kind of eat away at some of the damage that would normally be coming from your blade. But the moment you hit it with the force damage, you see part of that shield break and shatter a little bit, especially from that, it breaks a little bit. So, yeah, there you have it. I don't know what else. I don't know where else I was going with that. Yeah, there you go. What else?
That's my turn.
Okay. Martel, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to I think I'm gonna cast. Oh no, I'll just go whack up or go walk up and whack it.
All right, go for it.
So yeah, walk up, ignite the Sunblade, then just start doing my thing. Let's see here. I'm two-handing this thing. That is a crit. Does a 31 hit?
31 hits.
Okay.
Wait, do I have? Yes, I do. Oh, well, it's not nearly as dramatic as I was hoping. It was the wrong one, but that's fine.
Okay, so it looks like. Jesus. I think that's 31.
31 damage?
That doesn't seem right. That's not. Hold on, let me re-roll this.
I'm like, you maybe rolled the d20 in there as well, because I know I did that earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. That's 14 plus 5 is 19. Okay, cool. 19 for that one. Second attack. 27.
27 also hits.
Okay. Add 15.
15 damage. Cool.
Yep. And then can I make a bonus action?
Sure.
Kick him in the nuts?
You can definitely try. Go for it.
All right, I guess first question, am I allowed to make a bonus action with the Sunblade? I assume no.
Yeah. Wait, bonus action with a what?
I mean, it's
With the Sunblade.
if you kick him in the
Yeah.
nuts, it's an unarmed strike.
That's
right?
an unarmed strike. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and kick.
Go for it.
17.
Misses.
Okay. He does not have nuts.
You do strike. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna say that you do go over the strike. It seems to have no effect. That's concerning.
Damn,
You're
that always works.
that usually always
good.
does. 27. Oh, yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was doing the thing correctly. All right. Did you wait? Did I see you roll to attack again or no?
That
You
was a
didn't.
mistake.
Okay. I was like, wait. All right, cool. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, cool. Martel, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that gaze hurts pretty bad.
That's probably not going to make it. That's a 5.
You feel on your back the same tightening sensation. And you're like turn over your shoulder and you see another eye that is looking at you from back here as a
I wish that I could have charmed them.
that is going to be 13 points of necrotic damage, not nearly as intense, but still a thing. As this beam, this necrotic, this rotting gaze hits you, it is now going to run up, but it doesn't have a whole lot of movement. 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, it only runs up to this part, but it like runs on all fours at first and then gets up, its long arms barely dragging on the floor as it starts running towards you. All right. That ends its turn. It is now top of the round as the Arch Nothic is going to make 2 claw attacks on Martel, as you're the one who just kicked it. So it is going to do its thing. That is going to be 2 claw attacks. So the first one is going to be A 19 to hit.
If it matches, what is that? Success or
Meets
failure?
it, beats it.
Meets it, beats
Meets
it.
it, beats. Okay, so that hits.
And then the
I will
Go ahead.
not let that hit with my cheating ability. Defensive duelist adds 4 AC for that attack.
Nice. Well then, I mean, the next one is going to be a 15, so neither one of those two hit. But because of it both smash, like it's as it like tries to strike you with these electronic claws, these claws that are like doused with this lightning energy. It is going to, it like opens its mouth like it's trying to roar at you, but you don't hear any sound. At least not with your ears. As I need all three of you to make an intelligence saving throw, as it is going to scream psychically.
I don't need intelligence.
I don't think anyone here needs intelligence.
No, none of us are
10.
smart. I got a 6.
I got a 12.
Martel, no, not Martel. Trevor, what
12,
did you
sorry.
get?
Oh.
A 10.
Oh my gosh, that is
We
3
all dumped intelligence.
failures.
Oh no.
Interesting.
I like it when he says that.
Oh no, I did not read all of the things that I have just done. Okay, so on a failed save, let me reread the damage. Okay, yeah, that's correct. You all
Oh, gang, join us next week for Lord Dumplings as we've reached the end of our campaign.
You guys all feel your heads throb with this psychic scream. For a brief moment, I'll say those of you who are directly visibly present, you see it's almost like in the comics whenever someone does a psychic yell and you see that like vibrational like woo, 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 woo thing. With each pass of that sound vibration past you, this Nothic flashes in appearance. It goes from what you see to this man with blue skin yelling at the top of his lungs. Like you see, like it's almost like seeing two different people that with each painful throb in your head, they interpose with each other. It's monster, humanoid, monster, humanoid, monster, humanoid, and it makes your eyes start to bleed. You take 41 points of psychic damage.
Dodie, are you down?
41?
Jesus.
41.
You're at what?
2.
On a failed save, you take the damage and are considered stunned. You can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turns. On a
Oh,
successful save, the stunning effect ends. So it does it first. You guys all get to like do this round of saving throws.
And then it's Fran who gets to come back.
I will say that
Maybe
You
it will
should be-
kidnap us.
you are lucky that this did not kill you, as there is a really bad fate if it kills you that I did not fully read until afterwards. But we're not going to let it stress you out because it only gets this on a recharge, and it, you know, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm
Yeah.
sure everything will work out perfectly fine.
It's great. It's because you were rooting for Aliquin.
Yeah.
Go out,
Anyone
I
that I
guess.
can blame for this.
I can't help it. There's history. I'm really good. Yes, it's true. It's true. Okay. I'm gonna change this to something thematically great because of what it is. All right. That ends its turn. Shadir, it is now your turn. But you see this like as it screamed, and you just see this like flash of images. You can feel the cold wetness of things falling down your ears, out of the corners of your eye. What are you doing? You are considered stunned, so I think under the stunned condition.
I don't get actions.
It says, yeah.
And I've got it pulled up. Can't move and can speak only falteringly. Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against this have advantage.
I
Okay.
can take actions?
I think you just can't move, right? No, yeah, you can't take.
Hold on, it's incapacitated, which means you can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. So I do need you to make another intelligence saving throw.
Gotcha. I have a neat thing that probably wouldn't save us, but who the heck? Nat 1.
That's tough.
Oh no!
You are still stunned.
Get
Okay.
at me!
Naja, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
A 16.
Hey,
You just pass.
Okay, so does that mean I
Actually,
get
you
to take
passed by
this
one.
turn, or was that at the end of my
That
turn?
it's at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So you have your abilities back. So you will have your reaction back. You'll have, so that's about it. But that's at the end of your turn. At the end.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Martel, what are you doing?
so I'm sorry, I wasn't fully paying attention. Am I allowed
Intelligence
to cast a
save.
spell?
No,
No.
You can't take
okay.
actions.
you just
Okay.
have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Then-
Paralysis gives you the secondary affliction of incapacitated, which does not
Okay.
allow you to use stuff.
Well,
Money.
that is the worst inspiration roll I've ever seen.
Ah! That was a 6 and a 1.
That's right.
Okay, you are also still stunned. You know what? Let me put some rings around you, because why not? Look at that. Look at these beauties that I never always forget that I have.
Stunned.
You are
That's
stunning.
like getting the cone on your head as an animal. It's like, and
You are
wear
stunning.
this until you're better.
You are stunning, and you are stunning. All right, cool. Iskra did give you who is the inspiration going to? Was that the one that you just used, Martel? Or did this just happen?
No,
Okay.
Galil had given me one earlier, I think.
Oh,
And if
okay.
he didn't, I had already had one, so it
Naja,
didn't
get
matter,
him.
unfortunately.
I'll do my best.
You're the only one who can
I'm
move.
Capitan.
Hopefully they won't kill us in this round.
Oh my
I'm only a
gosh.
10 myself, and they both get to go, so see you on the other side, folks.
This guy is going to come up. The regular boy is going to come up.
I'd
and he's-
utter some last words, but I'm
I
stuck.
you can speak falteringly.
So potentially I've already uttered them when I said, have a look at this.
You know what? This one is going to come up and try and pull Martel down to the ground. For his first action is going to be just grappling you, which I think he automatically succeeds because you fail strength and dex saves. So he's going to tackle you. He basically is going to run up and tackle you over. So he jumps up and leaps down on you, and he wraps his arm around your arms to kind of hold you tight. He is going to try and bite you while he has your arms
Gross.
like that. So I don't know if attacks. I can't see. They just have
Spiritual
advantage.
weapon
Okay.
is not a concentration spell.
No, it's
No, it's not.
If you're not
Uh,
doing stuff with your bonus action, that's a good thing.
That is going to be an 18 for his
That
bite.
does not.
Amazing.
It might. with
Martel's
the-
wiggling.
Well, I imagine he bites, but he just manages to grab just your clothes, so it just doesn't actually pierce the skin. It's just like
Not
ah,
yet,
it's just like
Aaron.
it's,
I haven't
yeah.
heard
just
the clothes
just
yet.
checking. If you're incapacitated, don't melee attacks within 5 feet automatically crit.
No,
Only
I
if they-
think they have advantage on you.
They have advantage on you if you're restrained. If you're stunned, I get advantage. I don't get a crit on
Attack
that.
rolls have advantage. You automatically fail strength and dex saves, but
It doesn't say anything about. I think incapacitated is the one
Well, let me-
where if you're unconscious.
because you have incapacitated.
No,
Oh,
incapacity
no.
just can't take action reaction. It doesn't say anything about auto crits.
I guess it checks out. Big old sleeping dragon doesn't mean you automatically get to hit him.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, he still has
And
armor.
that could
and
be a house rule.
a house rule. No, but there is something. I just don't remember what it is that
I think
gives
it's if you're
you.
unconscious.
It's your
There's
unconscious.
a coup de grace somewhere, but
It's-
I think
it's
there's more
unconscious.
requirements.
I
Yeah.
think unconscious is the one. Okay, well, in any case, it's only 6 points of slashing damage. But you are considered restrained at the moment. It's like he's holding you. So aside from the studies, he's just like got you grappled.
I tried to cast money on them, and they were immune.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so it is now top of the round with this creature's turn. God damn.
Uh-oh. That's the sound of him rolling recharge and it working.
Oh no! I just good point. I do need to recharge. Try and recharge. No, that is not
Jesus.
he does not get his psychic scream back.
Okay, good.
But he does have his claws that he is going to do one strike on Shaldir and one on Nasha because you guys are really close.
I don't think he can hit a 12.
I think so. I don't think so.
I don't think
with advantage because you're
with advantage, maybe.
because you're restrained.
You might be able to if it's... With advantage, you might make a 12.
With advantage, you might make it 12.
Oh no!
Did he
Aaron,
crit?
what did you do? What did
He crit again, I bet.
Oh no. Oh no.
Trevor, are you gonna die twice in a week?
I'll be downed. That's up to what happens in the next few minutes if I'm dead.
Yeah.
That was a part of life.
How very Jedi of you. It's the very circle of life. Yeah, that is a 20.
In response to becoming one with the
that's a high.
Force, can I force push everyone away?
He's gonna punch you in the face. So
Rude. What?
yeah, no. Oh well, that's okay. That's only 8 points of slashing damage.
Shaldir, in his still paralyzed state, tumbles to the ground.
Okay, cool. There's that's that one, and then there's also the 21 points of lightning damage that goes with that. So you go flat. We'll just say you are no longer stunned, but you are unconscious. Oh, look, the whole wall collapsed. Ah! All right. So you are unconscious.
No,
But
he
so
when
that
he
was
falls
all part
over.
of the same attack.
That was
so
all part of the same
doesn't count
attack,
as
yeah.
an automatic
No,
death
yeah.
save.
No,
I mean,
no.
death fail.
But
No.
Okay.
but you do hear Shaldir.
As he collapses to the ground. That is it. Shaldir, is now your turn. Go ahead and make a death saving throw. And don't roll bad.
I shall message you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I forgot that's how we do it.
All right, cool. Did you message me?
I think I did.
On
No,
Discord?
not
In
me.
Zoom. In Zoom.
Oh, cool. All right. I was like looking over at Discord. I was like, nothing's happening. All right, cool. Naja, it is now your
I
turn.
wish Hellish Rebuke could have worked.
Okay.
Me too at this point.
That would have been 6d10.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds 3rd level on my new friend.
Nasra, maybe they won't kill us.
27 points of healing for you.
For me?
Yes, on you.
Oh, thank you.
Let me make sure I marked off that spell. And
I'll try and earn that.
I probably should have healed myself, but you know what? I'm still up. And then I'm going to use my spiritual weapon against that fucker.
Yeah.
Kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
Where are Yeah, we.
Gekuzasuru!
Oh, fuck, that's only an 11.
That misses. The attack strikes the arcane barrier, the arcane wards he has in place around him. That it? That's the end of your turn? Alright, Martel, you are currently stunned and grappled. See if you can get out of the stun.
Okay.
You know, when we're not stunned, we're pretty good hitters, but,
No.
Oh, why are you rolling so badly? That's
don't
a
use the
5.
digital dice, they'll betray you! They're bad dice.
Honestly, if I didn't use the digital dice, I'd just be lying the whole time.
It's fair. It's fair. The being that you are stunned, this creature is going to start dragging you away. It only uses half of its movement because it is dragging your body. So 5, 10, 15. That only gets that far. It's not going very far, but it's like, it's got its like unwraps, and now that it sees that you are like still like stunned, it is pulling your, it's pulling you away. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Dope. Dopeness. All of the dopeness. It is now top of the round. No, sorry. That is its turn. It's the Nothic's turn that you just. It's the Arch Nothic's turn.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought you meant by top of the round.
Yes, correct.
Shaudir, I hope you have healing spells.
Warlock?
You're all yes. As a warlock, it is good. Let me see if it gets
am I
its.
the only one that can heal?
Let's see if it gets its psychic scream back. It does not get its psychic scream. Having seen you cast this spell, it is going to look at you, Naja, and just do another grin.
Respects.
It's gonna punch you. See, here's the thing. You say digital dice.
What'd you get?
You say
Nice.
digital dice betray you. I got another natural 20 again.
Not, because I'm gonna warding flare that.
Good job. All right, let's see what the next one is. I swear to God. Swear to God. A 7. There you go.
Nice.
You as the
I shouldn't have done that. Last time I did that, we got attacked by 2 Nothics, so you know.
the first attack misses. It's gonna go for a second attack now. I love it. The brilliant flash. That is a 19. No, natural 19. So a total of 20.
Yeah, it hits. You don't do the math, it hits.
You don't have to do the math, it hits. It's okay. It's only 1d8, which that rolled a 6 this time, so that makes it 9 points of slashing damage.
You're 1.
And as the slashing claws go through, the lightning follows with 12 points of lightning. The 12 points of lightning damage as Naja is like punches. Punches.
What?
Gift of the Protectors. You wrote your name down in my book. You dropped to 1.
I did.
You get punched, and as you feel that strike hit you in the middle of the chest, you like rebound against the back of wall that's right behind you of like the gateway, and as you feel yourself crumble. Shaudir, how does she feel this gift happen?
Basically what the Nothics and Shaudir see. Despite the book being closed and not open at all through all this, there's like a shining light emanating from a single page as her name glows from within, and you're basically just raised up as if the wind kept you from falling, and breathes a soft bit of life into you, but only just enough to keep you on your feet.
Don't get used to it.
You hear a voice in your head, Naja.
I just have this like wicked grin across my face.
You see the Nothic's eye kind of squish a little bit, like it's like knows what should have happened but didn't, and the Arch Nothic just kind of like looks at its fist and then looks at you. All right, cool.
Shaldir gives you a look of a smile, but also a bit of concern. Of just
She's crazy. My guide is crazy.
no, only so much of like, I hope that that's enough.
All right, Shaldir, it is now your turn.
Let me check something real quick. Da-da-da-dim. Martel, are you willing?
Yes.
Sanctuary vessel. I suck a soul into my lamp. This probably won't save us.
Describe to me what just what we see.
Shaldir pulls out his lamp that he had yet to wield yet in this combat. Shouts that this probably won't save us, and will point it forward. And basically, there's this sudden burst, as if an airbag in a car is going off, of this purplish smoke that expands out beyond us, encapsulating you, Naja, and Shaldir, meaning Martel, the three of us, goes, sucks immediately back into the vessel, and the vessel sits there on the ground.
Okay. Nice. You see the Nothic who had his arms around you just go like falls to the ground. Now not having the counterbalance of the weight that he was tugging, just kind of like stumble. I guess it'd be more stumbles backwards, right? It wouldn't be forward, it would be back from that. So it just kind of like tumbles onto its back as it looks around, like starts patting the ground, trying to figure out where Martel's body just disappeared to. All right. Does that end your turn, Shaldir?
So we are now inside the vessel, and we're all in this nice, cushiony, extra dimension.
Wait, you two together or in the?
All three of us.
Oh,
All three of us. Or are you not willing? You don't have to be.
no, I just didn't realize this was like an
I didn't-
everybody thing.
Yeah.
Anyone who's willing.
Okay.
Shaldir will immediately say, though, it's a matter of time before they destroy the vessel. We'll all be ejected from it. That won't hurt us, but we'll be right back into it. So do whatever preparations you can.
How much time?
Depends on how long it takes. We can be in here for 8 hours, or they can figure out that they can attack the lamp.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on myself.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. Depends on how much the Nothics consider themselves still in combat.
Okay.
Thank you, Nasha.
Interesting.
I hope this helps. I can't promise
I
this will get
rolled
us out.
8s and 7s for you. I rolled 3 1s for me.
Oh
I got-
no.
7 points of healing on a 3rd level spell. Hold on. Let me read the text on this spell.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? It doesn't say that you that you have to see it. It just says if the spiritual weapon is within 5 feet of an enemy. It's not a concentration spell. It has been cast and it is up.
Okay.
I don't have to see it. Can I use my bonus action to, from inside the lamp, hit the Arch Nothic with my spiritual weapon?
Sure. Make an attack with we're gonna say with disadvantage.
No, it's not because that was a 5. Yeah. So 5 plus 8, 13.
Okay.
If we are in here for 10 minutes, then we can benefit from a short rest. So it depends on how smart those things are.
Make a intelligence saving throw, Martel.
Gosh,
It's been
I
more
wish I
than
could
6
do something
seconds.
about you.
It's been more than 6. You would be in the turn order anyway, so.
Come on, digital dice.
Don't fail me now.
Oh my god. You can say it. I'm not going to say it. Or you can see it. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, wait
Ken.
a minute. Wait a minute. It's too late.
No,
I
what?
had inspo. I forgot I had inspo.
Oh, if you can still do it if you want. I'll
I mean, because I was already rolling at disadvantage, so it would have been a straight roll.
oh yeah, it
I
would have
won't.
been a strong. Yeah, it would
I'll
have.
save it.
Okay. I was like, we're still hearing sounds, and I was like, we're in this other space, so it's a different sound.
Out here
guys
will
are-
say again in this nebulous time of I'm not sure how long you've got
not,
planned.
We're
in.
gonna say that for the moment, you're not in combat.
Okay. I can dimension door us out as well, but that's only one person. Gosh, I
Make
don't
another-
have anything
Martel.
to help my friend.
Martel, make another
Over
intelligence
there.
saving throw.
Sybil,
high?
don't
How
do
high?
that.
How high do you have to?
Hold on. No. Hold on.
Oh!
I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
Okay.
So, I mean, you still rolled another 1, but for this
I
time,
did.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you, so you get a D4.
Yeah. Make another. Okay.
Wait, no, that's an ability check, and he's making saving throws. Never mind. I would need bless.
Oh, okay.
I always get those two mixed up.
Make another.
I'm going to do bless the second I get out of this.
Make another. You guys are still not in combat. Nothing. There's no anything's.
I can
How
also.
are you still
Stop
rolling ones?
rolling!
I don't.
Oh my god.
How about this? Wait. How about this? You all can stay in here, I believe, at least up to the max. Let me check that real quick before I propose. But I might be able to leave and dimension door us out, carrying the lamp.
Make another save.
Sybil stole my breakfast. Again.
This is incredible. How are you rolling so many?
Statistically,
You do another one. Do another one right now.
No, I can't leave, otherwise the rest of us leave.
Aha!
Martel is finally
Oh,
out.
That only took what, like
It's
10
been
rolls?
1 minute.
I'm so sorry, Martel. I
What
had nothing to do for that.
You
Where
you
are
see,
we?
Naja's looking pretty crispy right now.
All
I
right,
don't
what are the
have an imme-
chances?
I don't have an immediate plan depending on what they're doing. They could be carrying the lamp, they could have left it alone. They could be just waiting for us, in which case it would be waiting a long time. But
If I get hit again, I'm out. Can any of you heal? Or do I just need to keep healing myself?
I cannot heal anyone. I'm afraid what you got was the extent of my
I'm much appreciated for that.
absolutely. I can run through stone pretty well. I can create a wall of stone, but they can probably freaking crawl over it.
I can blast them with light.
I can hit them really hard.
I could potentially, if we tried, if I jumped us out, we might have the jump on them. They'd probably be surprised if we came out real quick. That might be our best option. But if they leave us alone in here for 10 minutes, we probably should take advantage of that. But
do
I
risk
must,
that.
I must emphasize, I don't know what they're doing. They could, if they destroy the lamp, we leave it. We won't be hurt, but we'll be right there.
Martel, can you heal at all?
No,
I'm going to use my
actually,
last.
hold on. I'll take it.
I'm going to use my last 3rd level spell on myself. Bad.
What are you at, Naja?
I'm at 23 now.
Hey, better than
Better than
nothing.
8. Better than 1.
That did not go as planned.
Oh boy.
Wonder how Sybil's doing.
I can't imagine she engaged after seeing us get rinsed like that.
What are you
If
doing?
we come out, I think I can stun the big bastard.
If we get out, I can use a gift from my god. And
If we get,
I
if
can
we're
hurt
in
them
here,
in radiant damage.
if we're in here for about 6 more minutes, or however long, I'm not sure what Aaron's clock is doing, but we do get a short rest and we can heal a bit from that. After that, it probably is our smartest move to just make a break for it.
Here's what I don't like about that. We don't know when the next time it can do that scream is again.
If it does that scream, we're all toast.
I can help ward us against it, but not very much.
I don't have many propositions. I guess target the one that screamed.
Yeah. Target him and kill him as soon as we can.
We saw the
As-
way that we can move in the other fight. We just have to not get our brains bled out of our ears by it first.
How much time do we think has gone by?
Your wait.
Sure.
It's been minutes. Probably closer to 5 now. Maybe 6.
I unfortunately think there's literally nothing to do at the time or the moment. Because unless they know literally everything about being a genie warlock, they probably don't know that breaking the vessel would make us come back. So one way or another, they're probably not expecting
Unless
us
they're
appear.
taking it to master.
That's
Yeah,
what I
but-
was thinking.
But if we continued on our path, I think we were headed there anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry for pissing off whatever that is. I didn't honestly think it was
No.
that big of a deal.
It would be
Stupid.
wrong to place the blame on you. I think we came down here into enemy territory expecting to pick a fight. We just happened to lose one.
I'm normally better at sizing up my enemies before I decide to pick a fight.
Yeah.
But also
I
about
wish I knew what
rounds.
that thing was. That might have helped. Could have had a better round or so of combat.
Well, I don't think there's much use in dwelling on it now. We just know we need to be more careful.
I say we just wait. And we assess the situation in about 5 minutes.
As soon as we feel up to it, let's kick that thing's ass.
Is a short rest really 10 minutes?
No, it's
no.
an hour. But the vessel magically provides a short rest to us being in here for 10 minutes.
Oh shit!
Okay.
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 Yeah, lean into those cushions while you can. They're very comfy. Also,
I'm gonna start meditating.
I'll just bring this. I won't tantalize us if we don't get the short rest, but it also is a little bit boosted.
You get a short rest.
All right, so you can you get the benefit of a short rest. I get my one thing back, and in addition, anyone can add my proficiency bonus to the number of hit points you regain if you spend any hit die.
What's your
Nice.
proficiency bonus? Because I'm about to spend a lot.
Being a level 12, it is a +4, so it's not much, or it's for each dice. I think
+4 for each dice or +4 total.
it does not. Just gets my. Can't add your proficiency bonus to the number of hit points they regain if they spend any hit die as part of a short
Okay,
rest.
so +4 to the total.
Yes.
Okay, yes, but I think you still get your Constitution bonus for each hit die.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend what level are we? 12. I will spend all 12 of my d8s. Tentatively.
I'm gonna spend 7. And it does not seem to have rolled a hit dice. Well, that was 1. Alright, this is gonna take a minute.
How much health did you put me at? 27? I think that's what I wrote down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 5 hit die and I am at 69.
Hey,
Perfect.
I'll spend 8 more.
I got another 8. Three.
I will spend 2 more.
All right.
4.
There we go. There's a high roll on that d8. I'm not rolling high on these d8s, but we'll get to full health.
Tell me when you're ready.
All right, y'all.
Can we all prepare something to cast when we get out?
Absolutely, we can. Or I don't know about preparing as an action, but I'm going to cast Investiture in Stone with my mystical what's it called? Mystic Arcanum, my 6th level spell. I will cast Investiture in Stone.
Okay. What does that do?
So that concentration up to 10 minutes as an action. I gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. I can use an action to create a small earthquake, which can knock things prone if they're close to me. I can move across difficult terrain made of earth or stone without spending extra movement, and I can move through solid earth or stone as if it were air without destabilizing it, but I can't end my movement there. If I do, I get ejected and take some... I don't take force damage, but I'll get stunned and lose the spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless on the party, basically, as we're about to get out there and start kicking ass.
Bless is what? D4 to
D4
save?
to attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Basically gonna do this, and
Let's
then
do
you
a
two
take 2
feel
of that fight.
a little something. And then I'm gonna say, "Welcome to the Brotherhood."
All right. So, you guys exit the lamp.
Yes, I will
Yep.
bonus action eject us from the lamp.
Okay. You exit the lamp.
Where are they?
Thump, 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 thump. You're in a dark room. Not where you had been before.
Checks out. I will go check. What's the size of this room?
No.
It's dark. Do you have any light source right now? As it is pitch black.
I have. Okay, so I have dark vision, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna cast something.
You have dark
I also
vision.
have dark vision.
I guess so. Martel, are you the only one in the silence right now? Or in the silence?
Yeah,
in the
but
dark?
I've ignited my sunblade.
All right, so you can see. Casting a red glow in the room. Immediately in front of you, you see this pile of like rubble that sits probably about 4 or 5 feet tall. And over to the side, against the wall, the room is probably about like 15, 20 feet across. The pile of rubble sits in the very center. And on the far side against the wall, you see Sybil look up at you and nod. Does a little bit of a wave.
Hello.
The rubble shifts where something moves in the center. You see that it doesn't just shift. You see hundreds of tiny little legs move its body around as a massive coiled centipede moves its body. A head rises up from the center. Hello, friend. It's good to see you in the flesh, biped. And with that, we are ending for
Know
tonight.
him?
Learn the resplendence!
No, it was a sign. I had sent Elvie a message because she doesn't like creepy crawlies, and so I just gave her a heads up that there was gonna be a thing, and I was like, I'll do the thumbs up when you can listen again. So, thumbs up, you can listen again. So, Slurn, new texture. Who's this? Slurn is So, you want to see a picture of Slurn?
Yeah.
I will put the picture in
My
Discord.
new friend.
Make sure you spoiler tag.
Ellie,
Yeah,
watch
yeah, that's
out,
what I
because it's the
no.
same thing. It's always creepy.
That's why I said I will spoiler tag it. But yes. So didn't have to, but absolutely appreciate it. No, of course. Listen, I like to take care of my friends as much as I can.
Quote Monty Python, we're not dead yet.
Yeah, slurp is it? Yeah.
We're working on it.
But that was a unexpected little
Unexpected.
Fun expected.
A fun expected, yeah. Hey, I'm glad that you did snare. Now the party owes favor to the family and to a leggy boy. Yes. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of excited to see how it happens next week. So once again, everybody, thank you. We appreciate
He's
you.
about to cry while doing this. Like Slurm's making him dance.
Mommy pets.
My lovely
No, it would
bypass.
be a dance. Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's like,
Bypass.
When you're like, why is he concerned about bipeds?
Yeah, now you know.
Now we
That
know.
was great. Believe me, I was really wondering how things were going to like pan out at the end of that. Once you guys went in, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I did some rolls and so I was like, all right, well, this is where we're going to be. Slurred the hut. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We had some very interesting things happen. A throwback from way back made an appearance, but this is the week for tying up a couple of loose ends. So you know what? Join us tomorrow as we end Game of Santos Campaign 1.
ooh.
4 years have come down to this moment. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready. Earlier, Dreamy asked me how do I feel about it, and I don't know. I don't really know yet. It doesn't really feel weird. It doesn't really feel weird. It doesn't feel real.
Feels normal. Feels like I'm always ending a 4-year session.
I don't know what that feels like. I've never done it before. So I've heard he's real handsy. No, so many hands. Anyway, I could make it better, right? We're always putting human hands on things. Would that make it better?
No,
Yeah, what if every leg of this guy was a little...
No.
It's like the little cooties, right? Those little cootie games. Remember the cootie games as a kid? You'd have to build a meow, meow. Anyway, love you guys. I'm scared we will lose. I am not scared, Iskra. You must face it. You are a knight. Be brave. You can do this.
Iskra, fear is the mind killer.
Yeah. Also kindred. But besides that, mostly it's fear. Fear and kindred, those are the mind killers. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Sybil, we miss you, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully everything lines up and we can have ourselves a very brilliant...
Oh, I fucked up.
No, it was fun. It was great. And the only reason was because he surpassed the intimidation check. So that was the only reason. He's like, he's not intimidated by you. I'll show you my own little flip off thingy. But it was fun because
This
then
hurt
we got
a lot
to.
worse.
Yeah,
That hurt real bad.
that
hurt many times.
that was pretty great. But that's the name of the game, I guess. So until next week for Rescuers, until tomorrow for Game of Santos, you will want to be there from beginning to end. I promise. It is going to be entertaining, I hope. But on that note, stay fey, be brave, and we'll see you on the next day that ends with Y, which in this case would be tomorrow. And pretty much every other day this week. All right, I'll see you later. Bye!